What's up YouTube, it's your boy Tits here, and today I got a video for you on my favorite class loadout. A lot of you guys have been requesting this video, and I decided to do it with my friend Mugumo
What's going
at,
on?
at Mugumo TV. I will leave his YouTube in the description, by the way. Ever since we did our dual com, a lot of you guys been asking me to do another one with them, so I figured this would be a good chance to both do our favorite class loadouts. I'll show you his right here before he starts flying around doing Blade Storm.
You know me very well.
He's got the Ash with the new helmet, all blacked out from head to toe. Flux rifle, Acrid, Orthos. That's sick look, they all blacked out. Smoke color pack.
Got my stalker look going.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And of course I got my Nyx, my Paris Prime, my
Dope
Despair.
looking Paris Prime. I love it.
I know, I like it a lot too. My Dual Zorns and my Shade is my Sentinel. And he's got Death Cube as his Sentinel. Do we got an enemy left stuck somewhere? Yeah, they get stuck right here. There we go.
Got him.
I'll start off with my favorite loadout. My favorite loadout would have to be... It would still be Nyx. It's been Nyx for a long time. And it still would be her. Even though I really like Vauban. And I'd say... I mean, he might be the most useful for most situations. Like, all around, he's just got really great skills. But the reason I really like Nyx is just two reasons. Crowd control and insane damage. Her crowd control ability, her chaos, is just an amazing skill. She's been out for a while, so you all know what I'm talking about. I mean, it can really help you on defense missions. Like, I'll pop it right here, and the whole map is just chaos. And not only are all the enemies fighting each other, they're not touching the pod or me, but if these were level 100 and some Corpus or Grineer, they're also doing lots of damage to each other, which is a lot less legwork that I gotta do and a lot less ammo I gotta spend. So that really works out well for defense. She's really been the go-to only Warframe for, you know, like best Warframe for defense till Vauban came out.
Yep.
And other than Chaos, it's her Absorb ulti. Next to Nova, before she came out, because if you pair her up with the antimatter drop, her ulti, you can do insane damage. But before that, I mean, really, Nyx has the highest damage ulti in the game. You won't notice it unless you're facing, you know, really high-level Grineer or Corpus, because it does as much damage as gets put into it by you or the enemy. But if you're on also, like, you know, wave 30, 40, 50 defense, you know, pretty high-level Corpus, and you slingshot, let's say you got your Dual Zorns, you slingshot a big group of enemies, pop and absorb, you can do 40, 50, 70k damage to all 30 enemies around you. Just insane amount of total damage. It's a really, really nice ulti. And just that combination of really good crowd control and a really good ulti is the reason I really like Nyx. That, and she's been out for a while. She's a pretty sick looking Warframe, so I really like using her a lot.
She's awesome, man. Love Nyx. Absolutely love her.
Other than, let's see. For the weapons, I'd have to go with my Paris Prime, of course. Not going to talk too much about this one. It's a bow. I love bows. I love sniping. It does really high damage, especially with a crit build. It's armor ignore damage. And that's really all the reasons right there. That's just a personal opinion, you know. I just really love sniping. So the Paris is my favorite weapon in this game. For melee, it'd have to be the Dual Zorns. You might think this is a little weird because, you know, there's so many better damage weapons, charge attack weapons, Orthos and whatnot. But you already do so much damage with so many weapons, and the Dual Zorns, they do really good damage, you know, especially on Infested, since the mods have been, let's say, buffed recently for melee builds. But as a utility, I really like this skill. because you can just slingshot across the map as you see me doing here now.
Yeah, that's the best feature.
So far. And actually, you don't have to use a rush mod on regular maps with like a slower Warframe Rhino, like Rhino, Frost, so that really helps you out then. It really helps you out in defense because you can get out of tight spots. And as utility, it acts as like a utility skill, so that's why I really like the dual Zorns. And lastly, the Despair. Until the Despair came out, the Twin Vipers and the Yak Bolters were the go-to best secondary weapons. And with the Kunai and Despair coming out, maybe, Kunai for Infested, there's also the Hiku for Infested. But for Corpus and Grineer, the Despair are just downright nasty. Having that AP base damage, I was one-shot Corpus when doing headshots at level 200 and something. So
Yeah.
it is just a nasty weapon. You definitely got to try it out if you haven't on some Corpus and Grineer. It does a ton of damage. And that's pretty much it for my class loadout. I want to go ahead and give Magumu some time to tell his subscribers his favorite class loadout. So I'll go ahead and give him the floor for the last few waves here before we end the video.
Yep. So everyone probably knows by now Ash is my favorite Warframe. Because the ninja style of gameplay. I like Loki, but I think Loki is so squishy at times. So I'm willing to kind of give up a little bit of the OP and invisibility for a little bit more armor and durability. So that's why I think Ash is better. And I also think Blade Storm is so freaking cool. I mean, even with all my complaints of Blade Storm, it's still so cool to be able to individually target so many enemies, especially like enemies with a bit of health. So that's why, Loki's got great utility, but Ash is so offensive and he fits my playstyle a lot more.
Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of it's situational, personal preference in this game, definitely.
Yeah, and not to be taken lightly, the stun on his smoke screen, highly effective. If you're in trouble and you cast that smoke screen, it's gonna stun so much, and oh jeez, I got knocked off. And it's expandable with the stretch mod. So I'll just see how much they stumble when you do the.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. But
His Shuriken too. Ever since
Yeah.
the buff, his Shuriken does a lot of damage, ranked all the way up.
yeah, make sure
Especially
you rank
with
it all the way up
focus.
because you get the second shuriken if it's ranked all the way up.
Yep.
I don't know if everyone knows.
And now
that.
it's homing too. It actually works correctly.
I'll throw a few of them. Let's see. Oh, no more wave. But let's see, other weapons. My flux rifle, armor ignore, highly precise. I've formed it 5 times, so it's a 5-star weapon. It freaking wrecks ancients. Definitely worth it. If you want to form your flux rifle, it's worth it. It's one of the few weapons that's worth it. Everyone knows what the accurate does. We don't have to say,
Oh, yeah.
poison damage is ridiculous.
Armor
And,
ignore.
yeah, armor ignore.
Armor
of
ignore
course-
is huge in this game.
So important, having my flux rifle and having my accurate on, I'm doing so much damage. It's a ridiculous amount of damage, and the orthos. So I like the hate. I really like my hate. I like the way it looks, but I'm always falling back on the orthos because it's such a superior weapon. It's probably one of the, if not the best melee weapon in the game at this point. So that's my build. I mean, I don't get to play with it much because I'm always doing weapon reviews and leveling weapons, but that's my favorite build, guys.
Yeah. That's actually close to one of my other favorite builds too. I used to use Ash for a long time. He's just a really fun Warframe, and now he's actually a pretty decent Warframe too.
Yep. And just one more thing, I did forget to mention the new helmet. It adds a plus total amount of energy. So if you're like me and you like to spam Blade Storm and Shuriken, you definitely want to have that helmet over the stamina helmet. So that really completes the build a lot.
Oh yeah. There's some good helmets in the new the new release they did. There are some really good helmets. Nyx happens to be a really good one too.
Yeah,
Definitely go check all the helmets out.
Yeah, and you're wearing one of the new helmets, right?
Yep, I'll show it to you guys. The Vespa, I think it's called. See if I can do a 360 here. So there's the Vespa. If I could get my Nyx to stay still. Just keeps rotating with me. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and head out here, guys. I hope all you guys enjoyed the video. Please message me if you want to know anything more about the builds. I got build videos for most of these videos, as does Magumu on his channel. Remember, if you haven't subscribed to his channel, he makes some really great Warframe videos. So look his link up to his channel in my description. And yeah, please comment, like, subscribe. And I'll go ahead and let you say goodbye to your subscribers.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't subbed Tits, I'll have his link in the bottom. So go ahead and make sure you subscribe to both channels. His channel is not in competition with mine. You know, anything that you get off of my channel, I encourage you, you know, to get that second opinion. And 90% of the time, it's going to be the same opinion.
Yep.
You know, so definitely make sure you sub to both channels. But thanks, guys, and you know, we'll catch you on the next video.
Yep. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.